My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is April 2nd, 2026. It is 12:48 a.m. Alright, so let's go on X. There's a lot of tweets. I didn't put too much on the list, but I might talk too much. There might be part 1 and part 2. Things about Harry. I just put this on the list. It's further down. JTB. Create a new word for the derangers. Alright, so there's this here. Podcaster Gemma reveals miscarriage after pregnancy harassment. In one of the videos that I did yesterday, there's a video in it where she highlights that particular information.
I wanted to touch on something briefly around stories that you might have seen that have been written about me, and I actually wrote down what I wanted to say around this because I do feel like I'm probably not the sharpest right now with how I'm feeling. So I know you might have seen the media coverage about me recently because there's been a series of stories that have been written that, to be honest, are pretty hurtful and in many parts inaccurate. And I need to be clear here that there are legal reasons why I can't go into detail, which is why I haven't, and it's also why I won't. But what I will say is this, is that I stand by my integrity, I stand by my work, and I stand by how I've conducted myself in business over a very long career. And what's been particularly hard is seeing assumptions made about things like me apparently going quiet. But the reality was that I was receiving a level of online abuse that was quite frankly disgusting and felt very scary. And so I made the decision to step back from my personal Instagram to protect my mental health while I was pregnant. Obviously, since then, I've been going through something very personal with the loss of a baby. None of that has anything to do with me having something to hide. It was about me taking care of myself during a very difficult moment. And I guess what I think is disappointing is when reporting crosses the line from journalism into something that feels far more like creating noise or even bullying. And that's just not something that I'm ever going to engage with. I know who I am. The people who matter in my life know who I am. And that matters a lot more to me than a clickbait headline. So I'm not going to give it oxygen beyond this, but I just wanted you to hear directly from me. So as I mentioned earlier, on a personal note, given that I'm feeling, a bit full of grief right now, I'm going to take a little break from the podcast, which I really hope you guys can understand. I just need to have a moment to process and heal and I guess just let it all out. Now, of course, I know we still have our Her Best Life retreat coming up in, just over 2 weeks. And honestly, with how I'm feeling right now, I really can't think of anything more special than being in a room with our community, because our community are the most beautiful, warm, loving, friendly, fun group of people. And really that's something that I feel like I'm going to need in my life in a few weeks. So I'm very, very much looking forward to seeing all of you there who are coming. Obviously, I'm very much looking forward to interviewing Meghan, Duchess of Sussex too. I have been in awe of how she handles all of the public scrutiny she receives as well. So there's a lot that I want to ask her. I know that the team are trying really hard to get some more last minute spots. So if they do open up, make sure that that you've registered if you're interested. So I'd really love to see you there. I look forward to seeing you there. And please forgive me for taking a little break and for probably the somewhat somber podcast this week. I know it's probably not like the normal podcast, but I wanted to explain what's been going on for us. So thank you as always for listening. And more than ever, can I please say to all of you listening, each of you individually, please go and find your joy.
In a Candid podcast episode, Australian podcaster Gemma O'Neill shared that intense harassment forced her to protect her mental health while pregnant, leading to a miscarriage that left her full of grief. The ordeal came just before her sold-out Her Best Life retreat in Sydney, where she'll host Meghan Markle for an intimate chat with 300 women at the Intercontinental Coogee Beach. O'Neill praised Markle's resilience amid scrutiny and plans legal action over some matters, while supporters draw parallels to the Duchess' own 2020 miscarriage linked to media pressure. Yeah, I did say it when I first heard it. I was like, maybe it's something they both could talk about publicly, privately. So there's that connection here. It's unbelievable how those people are. Unbelievable. OMG, I'm so sad for Gemma. I knew she was getting it. They go after anyone that's associated with Meghan for any reason. I hope she finds the peace needed to keep doing the work she does. I never heard of her until the news of Meghan gonna be doing, the collaboration. I never heard of her before. Well, obviously she's in Australia, so those who bully innocent people will be dealt with in time. That one thing I'm convinced of. UK media are disgusting, and those female commentators, journalists that took part in the harassment should be ashamed of themselves. Hope Gemma does a Cardi B on the worst deranger, and so the newspapers, especially if what they wrote was false and detrimental to her business and health. Okay, I don't see, this is the thing, I don't follow a lot of the derangers, so I don't know what was said about her, and I don't want to say anything to undermine anything, because knock on wood, I never experienced any of these things. Oh, wait a second, I need to rearrange some stuff. Okay, the next tweet is this. There's no, actually there is 3 comments. Just a reminder that we've had British journalists fly all the way from the UK to talk to random people in Montecito about Harry and Meghan. We've had them buy tickets to events Harry and Meghan are attending. We've had them stand at entrances shouting questions at the Sussexes. Yeah, it's, okay, I can't see the comments. Alright, so this is the next tweet. I put it on the list. King Charles has confirmed his upcoming visit to the US, and immediately the British media are making it all about Harry. It's clear good King Harry is the real king of the UK. What is it? There's one US strategist who said that he better not come, because if he comes, he's not going to get positive coverage of things. They're going to be putting things billboard all over.
I have a message for the king. I'm involved in a group called the Save America movement. I will initiate an advertising campaign against His Majesty that will boggle the English mind.
Wow. Wow.
It will shock the British conscience. The king should not come to America in 2026.
What is the ad campaign going to say? How is it going to boggle?
It will be brutal. Should the king come to Washington, it will be a celebration of Donald Trump in a moment of existential crisis for American democracy.
So should the king say he just can't come?
Should he step foot on American soil in service of MAGA as a propaganda tool, then the crown will be attacked with an advertising campaign that would not be permitted in England. And whether it's his desires to have once been a tampon, or whether it is his relationship with his brother, it will be no holds barred. I will project images onto buildings in New York City. I will run ad campaigns that will be mortifying for the entire British government.
I hope Harry's not in the country so as not to be used to distract from the Epstein debacle awaiting Chucks. There's that. King's state visit to US to go ahead in April, but no Harry meeting. There's all of that. Okay, someone is asking a question. Just a genuine question. Do you really believe what you post or share on your account? It's hard to believe that a person with common sense could believe all this nonsense. Sometimes it's so unbelievable stupid without any logic or sense that it even makes you post somehow funny dumb. What was the thing about here? King Charles has come. Oh, Zandy Sussex. They're coming after her. Let's leave that alone. The UK knows how to manipulate things, but I know I came across a video where this strategist, something Smith, whether he used to be a strategist for McCain, running for office, for president. He used to help him, and he said if he comes, he's gonna be doing a lot of posts about him. Alright, this is the next tweet. Is that the next? No, that's the one I just did. 25. Okay, I went over that already. Next one, Diddy fell. So I came across some stuff regarding the. Okay, not that one. The lawsuit that's going on. I don't know if it's still going on, but whatever I saw, it seems like it was making reference to the lawsuit that's going on. So I posted on my community board, and I have it on the list to share with you. Natasha using Meghan's name to hype her new business. Why not? It's honest. She's been channeling Meghan's style on Kate for years, so why not ride the winning formula all the way to the bank? Alright, let's see here. Daily Mail has Kate's former assistant falling under Meghan's spell. Natasha Archer's new business seems to have more in common with as ever than her days at the palace. I actually agree with the comment here. They've been doing it before, so if it's making money, why not? The article, so there's the archive. What is this? Okay, this is too small, I cannot see it. Oh, that's the people, Meghan's friends and her circle that she follows on IG. There's me here laughing. She at least got somewhat of a brain that she could see that staying with KKK for much longer will not help her career. Alright guys, she's still busy copying Meghan. Oh my god. This wasn't the piece, I'm floored. Left is what she posted. What are these things? The mood board. Is that Harry here somewhere in the picture? Whatever. Oh my god. These people. Okay, so now we are into the lawsuit. I'm gonna try my best to read the things, all of this, so I know what it is about. And if I see them again reposted, I'm not gonna read it. Okay, I'm just gonna read it once. The tabloid cover up what they aren't telling you. While the press obsessed over 15-year-old flirty texts, they are burying a huge courtroom admission. Mail on Sunday's Charlotte Griffith had to admit her claim of meeting Harry in Ibiza was a typo. She first claimed a royal meeting under oath. She admitted she only met his friends. She admitted she never actually said he used the Mr. Makeshift alias. Her claim of insider info on Kate's pregnancy were challenged as invented. Why is the media hiding the witnesses' own inconsistencies while attacking the claimant? When a star witness starts walking back their own sworn statement, that is the real story. Don't let the movie Snuggles headline distract you from the lack of evidence. Alright, so let's see here. Prince Harry partied with Mail on Sunday's journalist. Charlotte Griffith, the Mail on Sunday editor-at-large, told the court hearing the prince's privacy trial that he sent her his phone number via Facebook. Charlotte Griffith told Harry's privacy trial on Tuesday that he sent her his telephone number via Facebook in 2011. She also claimed that Prince William told her that Kate was pregnant with Prince George 4 days before the official announcement. David Sherburne, representing Harry, claimed that Griffith invented the claim to make up connections with the royal family, as a newspaper article at the time reported that William did not tell his own family until the Monday. Griffith said in an initial statement that she first met Harry at a house party in Ibiza. She told the court that it was a typo and she meant that she met Harry's friend, including Landon. She said that she subsequently attended weekend house parties where Harry was a guest in London and Wiltshire. Harry also told the court that he did not use the Facebook identity Mr. Mischief to contact the Mail on Sunday journalist as put to him by Anthony White KC for Associated Newspaper Limited, publisher of the Daily Mail and Mail on Sunday. Griffith said in her evidence, quote, "I have never said that he used the name Mr. Mischief." The inconsistency. I don't know about these people. They know they can be covered, their bodies will make things go away for them, so they feel comfortable to say whatever. Mail editor claims she kept Princess of Wales' pregnancy a secret for days. Charles Griffin's evidence said she became aware of Kate's first pregnancy after Prince William told a friend at a party that she had morning sickness. The court was told that Griffin became aware of the Princess of Wales' first pregnancy after Prince William told friend Kate had morning sickness at a country party she was attending. In her witness statement, she said, I don't know. These people cannot live in peace. Alright, so this is the last part here. ITVX. The court was told that Griffith became aware of Princess of Wales' first pregnancy after Prince William told friends Kate had morning sickness at a country party she was attending. In her witness statement, she said, quote, "I draw a line between my professional and own personal social life as compared to my attending events as a journalist," end quote. She added, for example, friends invited me to a country weekend in the last week of November 1st weekend of December 2012, which both Prince William and Kate Middleton were also expected to attend. William arrived solo on the Friday and explained that Kate was suffering with morning sickness. The fact that she was pregnant with their first child would have been big news, and St. James Palace only confirmed it the following Monday because she had to be admitted to hospital. I decided to keep it to myself. George Gregg, the editor, found out that I had known and was quite annoyed that I hadn't reported. Okay, so in other words, she should have run forward before they make the announcement and made her in trouble. So there's that. And William need to, whatever, it's already passed. She didn't think she will end up in court. I think so too. So she thought that she could tell lies in peace. Glad she's getting exposed. Bullseye. Absolutely. And the media isn't reporting the fact that they cherry-picked and sensationalized what they wanted the public to know. Alright, they pulled the same playbook with Meghan's lawsuit against Daily Fair and Harry's lawsuit against Rupert Murdoch. This is all soundbite clickbait nonsense to distract from the main criminal behavior of ANL. I'm not gonna read this. This is too small. If you could see it, there it is. I actually put that on my community board. So that dated October 6, 2022. Okay. Whatever is there, that's it. She dreamed of that. She is still obsessed with Harry, and her hatred for Meghan now makes sense. Okay, to tell you the truth, I don't follow her, so I don't know much of the thing that she says. The thin lip had thought she was going to be a princess. It was a lawyer for Associate newspaper who mistakenly claimed Harry had used Mr. Makeshift, not Charlotte. Harry said he met her at one party and immediately cut contact, but this is something I've read about Harry before. Whenever he realized someone is a bad actor, he usually keep his distance. Similar to when his father sent one of those business people to invest or donate to Santa Bali, and when the person asked Harry to come and party with him before he donated the money, Harry distanced himself and made it clear why the money he was donating was for. And then once he was aware of that guy, he warned his father to stay away from him. And later on, I was aware of it because Charles was in trouble and he tried to shift his problem to Harry, and Harry was like, don't blame it on me. I told you to stay away from this guy. He was a bad actor and things like that. This is what that made me think of. Whenever Harry is aware of someone is a bad actor, he kept his distance and warned others. But the messages between them, which he not her started, showed they were in contact for longer. Harry lied. It's not true. It's not true. Oh my God. Why will Harry lie? They're writing nonsense about him, and he had to make things clear. Oh my God. I don't know. Okay, I will have to see more stuff. It would be nice if I saw a transcript from the court, but these are people trying to confuse people. They can lie all they want, but David Sherburne will definitely highlight it and strengthen Harry's and other cases. So Charlotte thought she was going to marry Harry, hence the hate for Meghan. This now makes sense. And court, Prince Harry was questioned for 2 hours for the defense, and then they threw the towel in because he had the answer. Enough said. Yeah, I remember reporting that when Harry was supposed to be in court, I think that was at the beginning of the trial. Harry was either the first day or second day. And I remember reading, it's in one of my videos, where they were trying to question Harry. He didn't stay that long from what I heard. Okay, typo equal lie. H, there's that laughing. Alright, next tweet. It's making reference to the lawsuit. If any of the things that I read here appear again, I'm not gonna read it again. Oh, I'm missing a number. 8. Okay, so there's this. I'm not gonna read it again. So I bookmarked this, and then she was responding to that. Let's see. Your friend should be embarrassed because I was in court and she lied. She went to Ibiza with Harry and she never did, calling it a typo. She also claimed she never said Harry was Mr. Mischief. Your friend is a desperate person. Maybe she go and find love instead of being a troll. Okay. I read that already. So she's responding to that. Very pleased, my dear. Charlotte has gotten her revenge. For years, she kept a dignified silence about their former friendship. Now she's finally been allowed to legally expose Prince Harry for the liar he really is. His word means nothing now. How sweet victory must feel. I mean, the thing is still going. So I black this person here. Definitely, I cannot say that. Okay, I genuinely feel some of these women thought he chose them, getting her revenge for what? Even if he did send the message, so what? There's the laugh here. These losers are salivating about this. It's like they are living vicariously through Charlotte Griffin's lies. She says she partied with Harry and Ibiza. When Harry said the first time he went Ibiza was with Meghan in 2019. She changed her story to a typo. Charlotte is a liar. Okay, let's move on. Alright, this is JTB. That's what you saw when I first went on X. A word that described the derangers and Meghan haters. The word of the day is twatspiracy. Noun, when multiple idiots gather and somehow get louder instead of smarter. Oh my God. There's that here. What does that say here? Prince Harry gonna be hangover again for the 3rd day running. You missed a good party last night. What? Harry is in DC right now. Okay, Harry shared intimate texts with journalists who call him Mr. Mischief. Okay, so this is making reference to the thing that I just read. Duke of Sussex privacy trial hears of alleged Facebook exchanges with Charlotte Griffiths, including references to movies, snuggles, and weekend nuttiness. David Brown. That was March 31st, 2026. And look at them outing themselves in the comment. Brain moth to the flame. They can't help themselves. Okay, asylum is for the ranger. This is a keeper. Genius. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. Unbelievable. I have 2 more. Okay, as if Harry and Meghan can tell us what to do. Alright, so I may have shared this tweet already. Is it? No, I did not. That's not it. Okay, so she retweeted that. The UK media are trying to get the Sussexes to denounce the squad. What they failed to realize is that Harry and Meghan did not form the squad and cannot dismantle it even if they wanted to. The squad formed spontaneously in response to UK media harassment of Harry and Meghan. Blame the tabloid. That is true. That is spot on. Yeah, it's so weak of them too. William and Kate never say shit about what their psycho friend do, but Meghan's supposed to admonish her supporters for what? for a woman that gladly let her fall on the sword over a lie. Meghan would be better than me with the way I wouldn't say shit. They just need to shut up, talk about them, problem solved. Alright, so she responded to that. This is where all the squad located. We're big, we're bad, and we'll never back down. The sun never stops shining on the Sussex squad. Yeah, around the world. So when some part of the world is sleeping, the other ones are awake. Alright, so that's that. Okay, go back. That was the original recording, as if Harry and Meghan can tell us what to do. How has the audience become the story in this bizarre soap opera? They are trying to get Harry and Meghan to disavow us because we're a thorn in their side of the British media. Exactly. It's bigger than them. Like the Beehive said to Beyonce, we are also telling the Sussexes to stay out of it and just mind the business that pays them. We can handle it. Why am I seeing the text look so small? Okay. Exactly, we are an international group of people who have united over a cause. Many of us have become a group of friends. No one controls us, just like no one controls Harry and Meghan. We love that for them and us. Like that time Beyonce tried to tell the Beehive to chill out and they promptly told her to mind her business. Harry and Meghan will have to do the same in that instance. I didn't know about that. Okay, yes, this train left the station a long time ago. I'm laughing at that tweet. They told her to mind her own business. Note to UK media, Harry and Meghan are not in control of the Sussex squad. Okay, we love them. We will continue to support them. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. Oh my god. When they have a fandom that truly believes. Oh, one more after this. Okay, so there's this here. Prince Harry's keynote conversation with IAPP's Joe John at the IAPP Summit 2026. I do feel like we're at the cusp of something transformational. Alright, let's listen. 2 minutes and 7 seconds.
As well as being so passionate about these issues, I sense, I hear, and having spoken with you, there's hope. You have hope that we can do this. And when you lie awake at night, if you lie awake at night, thinking about these issues and how complex they are, how hard they are in your speech, how straightforward they are, what gives you hope?
Everybody in this room. No pressure.
Yeah.
No, generally, I had no idea there were so many people working on this issue. And I am sure that most days, I am assuming, most days are hard days, where perhaps you are always being kept awake at night because of what you're seeing, what you know is wrong, and that you're trying to fix it, but perhaps within the industry, the institution, the company that you're working in, that your voice isn't heard, that your budget is small. There's a whole list of other factors. But I would just like to say, Joe, to everybody in this room, thank you for everything that you do. And it's, when you're taking on powerful institutions, it is like turning an oil tanker. And you just have to stick with it. And the longer you stick with it, the more you stick with it, and the more you come together to achieve that goal, the faster it will happen. And by this point, it's already taken far too long. But I do feel like we're on the cusp of something transformational. And as I also mentioned at the beginning, at the top of my speech, I actually think that the privacy issue is by no means contained to just privacy. I think if we fix the privacy issue, there are global consequences that will help heal this ever-troubled world that we live in.
Yeah,
As well as being so...
Yeah, a couple things. I was trying not to interrupt. Again, I'm going back to when he did that speech when he was leaving the UK to go meet Meghan in Canada, the Santa Bali speech. There's a part where he said where it takes like all of us. He didn't say it like that.
The decision that I have made for my wife and I to step back is not one I made lightly. It was so many months of talks after so many years of challenges. And I know I haven't always gotten it right, but as far as this goes, there really was no other option. When I lost my mum 23 years ago, you took me under your wing. You looked out for me for so long, but the media is a powerful force. And my hope is one day our collective support for each other can be more powerful, because this is so much bigger than just us.
And there's a part where I think he was in Australia. Meghan was holding the umbrella for him. It was raining, where he said, "We are in this together." And
You are all in this together. And if I may speak personally, we are all in this together. Because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.
there's so many things that he have said in different, places, different speech, where he being consistent with his message. Anyway, so there's no comment. Oh, what is that? This is extra. Okay, it was always a beautiful sight to see people doing good things for others. The work that Meghan and Harry do for community is incredibly inspiring. They always find time to help those in need and make a difference. They have a big heart and are truly passionate about making the world a better place. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. There's this here. Alright, so I think that's it for my list, right? Oh, there's one more. Alright, so this is my last one on my list. Obsessed with how Prince Harry is the only Windsor who wears his wedding ring proudly. He's only Windsor who is faithful to his wife, the cycle breaker in every sense. That's Princess Diana's son, picture here in Washington, D.C. today. Alright, so that's the IAPP summit. There he is here. Let's do it. Oh, there's more pictures. Okay, so what is that? Oh, that's part of the responses. Okay, I see cockroaches, haters are triggered by this post. Hey rats, stay pressed. Meanwhile, Meghan will continue to be ordered by her men while your faves continue to be ignored. Alright, what are they saying here?
My wife.
Oh, that's the video. It's different places Harry have said. Okay, there's a music. Oh my goodness. Meghan's husband, the Windsor with a backbone. There's the pictures here. Is that a prayer? What is that? Prince Harry loves his wife as ever, Meghan Sussex. He's proud of his wife. You can see he is well taken care of by his wife. He is happy and living his best life now with his own family, with his wife. He loud and proud say his wife saved him. Bullseye. Sussex family love. Alright, so that's that. Okay, let's finish it. Prince Charming Harry, love Prince Harry. Harry is Diana, Scooter is Chuck. He's the only Windsor who's doing something useful with his life too, just as his dear late mom will be as well. Alright, so that is it. Let's do prayer. Prayer for, I don't know, the word adore. I don't know why. Let's see what comes up. I don't know. That's a word that just came to mind. Let's pick it right here. If you feel unsure, you don't need the perfect words. Just show up. Even sitting in silence before him is prayer. The more time you spend with Jesus, the more you recognize his voice in your life. Start small. Even 10 minutes can change your heart. Very interesting. I don't know. The word adore just came to me and I know adore means love. So that's that. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. I was reading some of the comments under this. There's some real good comment under it. Information I did not know. Alright, so when I post things like that, no matter, it doesn't have to be about the Hades videos. Any videos, anything that can be informed, enlightened, teaches, put it there. It's when I read stupid comments, out of nowhere. I hate this kind of thing. If I cannot learn anything from your comment, I don't want to hear it. Even if you criticize me, if the criticism is a healthy criticism, I don't mind. But it's when stupid things come out of nowhere and sometimes has nothing to do with the video. That's what I hate. Alright, so that's it. Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better